Hello and welcome to Tae Kwon Do Training. I'll be your instructor for today's show, Bob Lemire. What I'd like to do on today's show, easiest thing you could ever do in Tae Kwon Do. We're going to do some self-defense techniques using kicks, all right, all low section. So either knee height or down to maybe the foot or the shin. So that, you know, a lot of people want to do Tae Kwon Do, martial arts, or self-defense. They don't have any stretch, all right? And either they're older or they never had stretch with the hips. You know, their hips just... So this is a great exercise and a great routine that you can practice. Kicking the knees and kicking the ankles and kicking the calf areas of the, you know, something that you don't even have to pick your leg up hardly to do that. A lot of times it'll be in close fighting. Someone grab you from the front or the back and stuff, and you just pick up your leg as high as you can, drop it down on the knee. Now, they say 30 pounds of pressure can dislocate a knee. 30 pounds of pressure is not much, especially if it's coming in fast. I'm thinking, you know, a 7 or 8 year old child could give you 30 pounds of pressure on the knee, and they could knock your knee out, all right, with a kick or enough pressure. Even as big guys, big, strong, muscular. You know how I always say that big, strong, muscular guys who build, you cannot build, all right, your joints. Right? You can build a muscle around your joints, and you can be strong, but those joints are so weak, and that's the problem with football players and soccer players, basketball players. Boy, at any point, the knees can go. When the knees go, you're in trouble. All right, between meniscus and tearing tendons and tearing whatever, you can't support yourself. And big, strong guys or big, heavy guys, they're going to support themselves with those knees. So I'm going to show you some moves. You still want to stretch as much as you can, move around, try to get some movement before we start working out, just so that you don't, it's not a quick motion and you cause tears in your legs. All right, the first one we're going to do, pretty easy, just low section front snap kick. Look at it, I just went like that. You can't beat it. I still chamber. Remember, I'm chambering. I'm in a fighting stance, just relaxed fighting stance, like I'm just walking. All right. Someone comes at you, whether they're going to grab you, or already have grabbed you, or coming at you with a punch, and they're close to you. You have your shoes on, especially if they're pointy shoes. And nice snap, front snap right to the knee. If you hit the front of the knee, you're not going to get what you would get on the side of the knee, because the side, you know how wobbly that is. The side, that's where everything can tear. Kicking to the front with a front snap, it's going to do some minimal damage, but it's going to cause some pain. All right, you want to stop your attacker. They've already grabbed you. They come down, they grab, say they're choking you, and you snap, front snap kick. Even I said knees, but even if it's the groin area, boom. Front snap to the groin area. Because if they're like this, your attacker's like this, right? Now they want to choke you to death. Maybe they're always a bigger guy, all right, or a bigger person. So if they're like this, they open themselves wide open. And so you're here getting choked, but you snap, boy. There's certain parts of your body, especially your waist down, that you cannot protect unless you're wearing protective equipment, all right? So that makes everyone vulnerable, susceptible for a kick or any kind of attack to those areas. And that's what Tae Kwon Do we try to do, is when we practice kicks, we try to practice them, we try to pinpoint, all right, so that we know the kick's going to go right where it should be at any point. So whether the knee is higher or lower, depending on how tall they are, whether it's down here or the knee's a little higher, you're going to kick that knee, and it's so weak. All right? And so if you didn't even hit the knee and you hit above the knee or hit below the knee, the pain is phenomenal, especially if you had shoes on. So that's just a front snap kick. Up, right? You practice a couple of them. And remember, the thing I like, you have to know is the chamber. Right? Because if you went like this, right, look at it, you're not going to get anything. It has to come up first. It has to come up and then snap. You don't have to go high, right? But you got to come up and then snap it out. All right. While we're doing the front snap, we can also practice a push kick. Now, a front snap comes in with the ball, the front part of your foot. And if you have no sneakers on, it's the ball of your feet. You curl your toes back, all right? and you're going to kick with the ball of your feet, so you don't hit your your toes. If you hit your toes on anything on someone's knee, you're going to break your toes. They're going to break in, you know, because toes are wiggly just like your fingers. You got to make sure that you protect them. So if you were to kick front snap kick without sneakers or shoes, curl your toes back, and that's doing this. You practice that. So that's a front snap kick. Whether you did the groin area or you did the push kick, all right, you're coming up as high as you can, and you're pushing, say, with the heel. All right, see how I'm just pushing to the knee area. Now, they've already grabbed you. All right, the push kick is powerful because if you have your shoes on, which 90% of the time if someone's going to attack you, you probably are walking with shoes or sneakers. That heel, the heel's like a bat, all right? It's like something strong where you, whoosh, all right? So you're coming up, boom, you come, and when you do this, you try to come back as high as you can with your knee. You pick your foot up this way, not like this. This is a front snap kick, all right? This is a push kick, all right? And they call it a push kick because you can use it to push straight out to someone's chest, their stomach, or even the groin area, even the face. You can push. But if they're coming at you hard and you do this, so say they're running at you, crazy, and then you go, boom, you hit them in the knee, you're going to snap that knee back. This type of defense isn't something you play around with either. You know, when you practice with friends or you're practicing, you don't want to be doing it close to each other because one mistake and they're going to lose their use of their leg. They're going to be going in for operations. Again, it's so easy to rip and tear. A lot of tendons, meniscus problems, and the joint itself. Because you think about it, you're carrying your whole body on these little joints. You're balancing your body on this. You break that balance. You break that balance right there. They're going to just snap and go falling back. They can't attack you anymore. So it's a matter of life or death sometimes. Gary Muse, our main man here, was just talking to me. He's going, yeah, bring up the fact that when you go shopping. Well, it's true. You say you have a whole bunch of bags in your hand. You're walking, and all of a sudden you're at the mall, and here comes a guy, a stranger. They want to rob you or they want to attack you. You have all the stuff in your hand. Bah! You don't have to worry about even putting the bags down. All right? Up, boom. That's a push kick. And as I say, you don't have to kick high. You're kicking to the knee, or you're kicking to the groin area, or even the shins. All right? Painful. If you ever got hit, you ever walked out, hit your side of the bed post or the corner of anything on your shin, you know how much pain. Now think about someone attacking you, and you just multiply that by 10, coming in on a joint. You're going to stop that opponent. Then you run. Then you do whatever you have. You hit them with the bags. All right? You do something. You know, right now, especially around the holiday season, boy, you better be vigilant, and you better be watching where you put your car, and you better make sure that horn button for your car is right in your thumb, all right? And look around, see what's going on, because they're out there. The bad guys are out there. They want your stuff, all right, or they want you. So let's be vigilant, and when we are confronted by someone, all right, they're not going to be, especially a woman and children, they're not going to be ready for you to throw something at a vital spot in their body. They think you're going to freeze, which most people do. They freeze and they scream and then they do this. But if you were attacked or they're coming at you and you just, that's how easy is this. Look at, bah, right? Bah. And now you're picking it up, bah. You're hitting with your heel or the whole flat part of your foot if you have to. Don't worry about the heel, but you're going right on that knee. All right? And as I say, if you do that with shoes on, it's hard. It's not soft skin like at the bottom of your foot. So that's the push kick, right? Someone grabs you from behind, right? All of a sudden, you're walking, they grab you from behind. And when things happen, say an attack, they happen fast. They happen so fast, you don't have time to think. You shouldn't think, I don't want to hurt this person, or if I do this move, I could cripple someone, or I could. If someone grabs you from behind and you don't know, they made a mistake. They made a mistake of touching you from behind and you didn't know it, especially when you're walking outside in a mall, or you, to your car in the parking lot, or you're walking down the street. They made the mistake. Do not hesitate. Someone all of a sudden grabs you from behind. Boom. Now that's, say, a back kick. This is a back kick. You're picking it up. You want to kick, if you can, with your heel and the whole knife edge of your foot. And this is the knife edge. I tell my students, there's your knife edge right there if you do that. Right? Right? So you're here, you're walking, you got your bags. All of a sudden they grab you. Boom. If you do this and you catch him good on the knee, you're taking the knee right out. That person's going down and not getting up. They're screaming in pain because they can't walk. And it's not, what I have here, see this? It looks like I'm not doing anything. That's enough right there. This is probably enough. This kind of move. Look at that. I'm not even putting any effort. This kind of move on a knee is enough to take it down. It stops your opponent. It stops the attack. Right? You're not worried about high kicks. We don't have to be flashy with Tae Kwon Do. It could be low. A lot of martial arts refuse to go higher than the waist. They say everything else is flashy. No, Tae Kwon Do, we like the flashy, and if you can, fine. But you don't have to have the flashy. From here down, almost anyone can do that type of a kick. All right? So you're walking, say they grabbed you by the neck from behind. If you come up and snap it down, all right, up and snap it down like that, you're fine. Or if you want to just pick your leg up, all right, and swing it, all right, swing it to the knee. Chances are, if they have you here, they're behind you. You don't even have to look. You just take it, boom. Now you miss, or you hit how about a couple of them? How about a couple of shots to the knee? Maybe you're going to get one. So you give them three, boom, boom. And they got you, but you're snapping and you're snapping. Look at it, boom. All right, up, up. Now, the side back kick is this way. Back kick is this way. This, boom, is like a push kick to the back. Right? Boom. Pretty easy, and you're only going right here. So you don't have to be stretched, right, for high kicks. Believe me, I've had knee injuries in my life. Just from sparring, and you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, you get hit. You don't want to move. And if anyone's had knee injuries, severe knee injuries, the pain is unbelievable, and you're going to try to get up, and you can't. You can't move because everything is just broken. Right? Again, practicing this, you can't practice this with other people right now because you make one mistake, your practice session's over. They're going to the hospital. You gotta really watch it. Right? So this is just in the mirror. Boom, right? Boom. Look at it. So we did 1, all right, to the knee, 2 to the knee. How about to the instep? Or the toes, all right? So you're up. It's almost common sense. Again, you hit someone in the shin with the heel of a shoe or a sneaker. The pain that they're going to experience. That gives you that split second to run. Because all of a sudden, they have you, but you come down, right? And if it doesn't work the first time, you do it again. And then you give them this. So how about you give them a combination of the knee and then so you hit them in the knee, then you hit them down here. All of a sudden, pain's just going through their body. They don't want to rob you anymore or attack you. All right? It's pretty easy. Can't beat that. And as I say, once you hit them, and now they can't even run after you. Run away, scream. And as you're doing this, the minute someone attacks you, right? And this is because the holiday seasons are around. Someone attacks you in the mall, so there's people around. They hear that horn go off all of a sudden, and a horn and a scream will everyone's just going to turn and look, all right? That's what the bad guys don't want. So always have that key. And most people have a car with a horn on their button here. And if it goes off and nothing's happened, so what? You made a mistake. not against the law to put that horn on. That horn can stay on for a half hour. It's not against the law. It went off. But if that horn goes off, and you're screaming and you're kicking, boy, this guy don't have a chance, right? He picked the wrong person to attack. And tell this to your children, too, that especially, I mean, I don't know how young you would start, but, say 8 and above, where they start realizing what's going on, where they might get attacked, they might get bullied and stuff. They got to protect themselves, right? And an 8-year-old and an 8-year-old, and one 8-year-old is much stronger than the other. Somebody can get really hurt. They got to know how to protect themselves and talk about it later. So bullies got to have to watch out because they don't know who knows what, all right? So that's kind of easier. I mean, a bunch of little things. Same thing, somebody grabs you again. Grabs you. They've got you. They got you by the neck. They got a bear hug. What? Now they're like this again. Look at how they're open. All right? That's where you pick up the knee and you go straight in. You pick up the knee and you go straight in. All right? That's the groin area. No one's going to handle that unless they're wearing a cup supporter, a good cup supporter. They're going to get hurt. You're going to stop them dead. All right, so you're up here, boom, you hit. Then you come down. All right, so they've grabbed you. Boom. Then another stomp on the shin. Now they're really in pain. Then you run. All right, easy things anyone can do. You don't have to. You could be fairly up there in age. You can do this. You can go like that. You can go like that, all right? You can go like that. And all you got to do is remember it and do a little practicing. Now, if you just practice this, if you practice this in the mirror, you're getting a good workout. You're getting a whole leg workout. Up here, you're working on balance, all right? You're working on your hips, all right? Here, front snap kick, all right? Side thrust kick to the front, all right? Push kick, okay? And the same thing, the side thrust kick. Someone's coming at you and you do this. You meet them as they're coming in. Boom. To the knees. Even to the groin area. They're coming in. So you're using their speed and their force coming in to stop them dead right there. You hit them in the knee, and that's it. Side thrust. Side thrusts are very strong. See? Side thrust, we did the back kick. I did this. Same thing with the side thrust kick. You're standing there. Here they come. Look at chamber. I didn't go higher than knee. All right? That's not hard to do. Practice both sides. Here. Boom. All right? So they want to fight you up here, but you're fighting them down there. They're not ready for that. They're not going to block any of that. They don't know how. 90% of people who are going to attack you have no idea how to. They're just bullies. And if they had any kind of idea how to defend themselves and worked out, they'd be doing that. They wouldn't be worried about attacking you. Next one, this is a little more involved, a little front round kick. So instead of coming straight up here, all right, I'm still keeping it low. I want a chamber here, but it's a front round kick, tip of the toes. Now you're hitting inside of here. So even if they grabbed you, boom, I'm spinning that down there, and I'm hitting them with the toe here, the hard part of the sneaker of the shoe. And that's hard. And that concentrated little area that hits their concentrated little area causes the power. All right? And when you hit them with that, again, we're talking instant pain. A little front round kick anywhere on the legs, or even if it's midsection, it'll break the ribs. All right? Hits them in the thigh. It's not going to hurt you. What it's going to do is hurt them. They're going to have instant pain. But what you're doing is you're trying to pinpoint in your practicing sessions, all right? You're trying to pinpoint in the knee, all right? In the knee, all right? All right? See how I pick it up and then when you have the shoes and sneakers on, you want to hit with the ball, the toe again, all right? If you have no shoes and you're just bare feet, you have to learn at that point to curl your toes back. Again, you hit something like this with your toes, you break your toes. Hurt you. Toes and they're very wiggly, and they're ready to snap. You know that. Most people have jammed or broken a toe in their life, and they know. So you try to avoid that. That's why I like wearing the sneakers. You wear the sneakers, you wear your shoes. That's easy to hit. You don't have to worry about the toes. You got that pointy part. And as I say, the point of that shoe, concentrated on the point of the knee, you hit the right spot. You don't have to put much power. Even if someone had me this close and I went down like this, I want to get the side. I want that knee to get hit from the side, not straight on. Right? And I just, boom, I just hit them there. Right? See this much power? Look at it. I'm not even going to. This right here, if I was to hit even the strongest man, just like this, look at it, boom, right? If I was to hit them there, or especially in here, this is so weak and this is so sensitive, all right? And if I hit him right here with a front round kick here, he'd stop because the pain's too much for him to attack. Now he's in retreat mode, all right? No go chasing after him because he's in retreat mode. You be safe. And as I say, everything is about your survival at that point. So never think, I don't want to hurt him, or someone's attacking you. Hopefully they're not joking. Someone grabs you from behind. So you got to make a quick move. Sometimes that'll be life or death, all right, or serious injury. If someone wants to attack you and rob you, give them this stuff if you have to. You replace that. Nothing's worth losing anything. Just throw it at them and then run. All right? But if they, when they do make their move to grab, you have to move quick. Go right for the knees. Go right for the groin area. Go right for the shins, the instep of your foot. All these areas, a lot of pain. All right? Your idea is to use the pain that you can give them to get away. As you're screaming, as you're doing your horn, always be ready. And don't think it used to be, well, they don't do it around here. They do it on no, they're right here in your malls. And they're waiting. There's a lot of people waiting. And they just sit there and wait for the vulnerable people. If you can go to a mall, bring some with you. Always bring some with you. Go. I mean, even guys. All right? Go, stay together. Don't say, I'll meet you in the car. Go together in the car. They see two people, now it's too much for them to attack. And they see one person, especially an older person, woman, or even a guy, and it's kind of secluded, all right? They're coming after you, and they're so good at it, they're coming after you quick, and then they're getting out. And they might get out there with them, all right? You know what's going on out there, so fight. All right? You have to fight. You cannot be passive anymore. If you're passive, that could be the end. If you fight, you gave yourself a chance, all right? And people will help you if you're screaming, and you're fighting, and your horns, if there's a ruckus going on, people will help you, all right? Especially if there are some coming in and out, So holidays are here. We're trying to think good thoughts. Think safety. That's the best thought. Have a safe holiday. Especially if you got a lot of bags, you're not paying attention, or you're on your cell phone, and you got your key, you're trying to get it in the car if you don't have an automatic lock. Boy, they're coming from behind. Now, if you're in there and all of a sudden you feel somebody there, you make your move. You just bring that foot up. You're there with the lock. Boom, just come back down. You're going to hit something. And if you don't hit it, do it again. All right? And then go for any part of the body you can. But now, if you hit one of these low areas, the groin area especially, all right, that's a stopper right there. The knees are a stopper. Anything else, there's pain, they might just work through it a little, but you get the right area, and you practice the moves right there, saying, all right, I've got my leg. I know where about someone's knee's going to be. I'm going to practice that. If you got pads at home, you have some pads, nice to work on pads. Right? I'm going to practice a couple of moves so no matter what position I'm in, even if someone's over here, they're coming, hey, give me your money, boom. How about they're running at you, and you just come up and do that. I'm not going high. Look at it. That's knee level. They're running at you. Boom. They've already grabbed you from the side. Boom. Right? Boom. It's vicious, and it's it's tough that you have to practice stuff like this, but you have to be prepared. The problem with teaching children stuff, this type of thing, school fights and stuff, whoever has practiced this wins. The other person's going to get hurt bad, and then everyone's in trouble. So it's not like slapping and hitting each other. This you can't play around with this, and children have to know that. But if they know that they can keep themselves safe, when they start getting 7 or 8 years old, they start really thinking, this is what you can do to save yourself. Do it. We'll talk about the consequences later, but do it. Save yourself. Because the only consequence you care about is your safety at that point, or your loved ones, especially if you were children and stuff. And now the thing is, women with their little children, infants or whatever, they're coming after both of you. All right? So be vigilant. Make sure you try to go with someone else. 2 adults is always the best, especially at night. But now no one cares. They're doing stuff during the day, and they're getting bolder. All right? They want that money. So they're going to make any kind of move they can. But 2 people, they're cowards. These people who are going to attack you are cowards. They only want the weak people. So don't be that weak person. And save yourself and save your family a lot of heartache. It's about all the time I have for tonight's class. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, have fun and train hard.